Um, the conditions obviously played a massive part in how the game evolved. But we got off to a good start. Couldn't have really asked for an awful lot more. Attitude was great, positive, get ourselves a goal. I was disappointed with the free kick that led to the goal. And I've not had a chance to talk to Matt yet, but I think he'll look back on that and maybe feel as though he might have done a tad better. He's been unbelievably stable for us all year, but it's a very, very difficult surface. However, punching it into the rucker players was always going to be a little bit difficult. And then at 1-1, on a field that was always going to be tough to play down that diamond side, we found ourselves trying to win the game in one half of the field. And although we were a man up, lots of credit to them in the way they defended. I'm not sure I could have got many more attackers on the field to try and get the job done. However, the conditions in the end, I think, were instrumental in maybe some of the combination play and the ability to really work the team over and stretch them out, because there was just nothing to be had on the left-hand side of the field. All in all, disappointed of course, but a point, given the results, keeps, I believe, destiny in our own hands. And with a game on Wednesday, we'd like to take advantage of that and put ourselves back in a very good spot.
You mentioned that you put a lot of attackers on the field. I think that's probably the most offensive personnel that we've seen out there at one point. Was that just because you had the man advantage at that point and you felt like you could without sacrificing anything defensively, or?
Yeah, it's a combination of things. Absolutely, when you're a man to the good, whether you want to utilise that body. If you're in the lead, it might have been that I wouldn't have put so many forwards on the course, but we've got players that are very capable. I felt that we could cause them some problems and get them on the back foot, and we did just that. I mean, we spent the vast majority of that final 30 minutes in their half of the field. But like I said, if you draw a line from the middle of the goal straight down the middle of the field, there was 50% of that half of the field that was unplayable. So therefore, it's difficult to actually create. Anything that we were going to be able to create had to be a delivery. You could see the troubles that players had working through there, and it just made our job that much more difficult. Look, I'm disappointed. The guys are disappointed. We all felt a goal up, and of course, a man to the good for 30 minutes. We might have been able to get over that hump and get 3 points, but it wasn't to be.
When you are playing with that infield, I mean, obviously you can't control where the ball is going to bounce, and you've got to play through that area at some point. But do you try to instruct the players to, hey, kind of do your creation over on the right-hand side before?
The crazy thing was, at half-time, I said to the players, and I'm sure Mike was saying exactly the same thing to his players, just stay out of the area. But the difficulty with that then is that you become one-dimensional. So their team shuffles that way. They know that there's nothing to be created that way. So you've now got the real sort of volume of players in 1/4 of a field, and it became very, very difficult on the best patch of ground to create. They dropped into their half of the field with 10 men, and I thought the guys did a really good job of trying to find 1 or 2 openings. I think Brandon's was probably the best opportunity when he missed the target. But sights of goal were at a premium. There weren't many opportunities, and in the end, they did a sterling defensive job, and we were unable to crack the code. We live to fight another day. The boys are positive. We've got an opportunity still to be where we want to be. Although each game that goes by, that becomes more difficult, of course. But we'll be going there Wednesday with a very, very positive attitude, and knowing that can catapult us back into a great spot with a group of teams that you could, pretty much throw a handkerchief over in terms of points and positions. So a win in the right place and a game in hand that we've got on most teams, if not two, is going to be vital. There's no doubt about it.
I know he probably still needs to have some tests done or something, but at this point, how concerned are you about Lebo?
There's always a worry when someone comes off. It means that they've got a problem. I've not had a diagnosis yet. We'll see how he reacts in the morning. With a little bit of luck, it'll just be the fact that he's just jarred his knee or had an issue in the soft ground. But until we, normally 24, 48 hours in, you see the damage, gives us a chance to assess him properly. You get a reaction when his body cools down, and we'll have a lot better idea over the course of the next day or two.
Obviously, one of your best players coming off the field like that is not ideal for you. How did it affect what you were able to do, especially attacking after Lebo came off?
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, he's been very, very creative and instrumental in a lot of our attacking work. I've got some very good players on the line. Rapapa gets himself in the game and looked bright and positive. A front line of Rapapa, Tucker and Brandon looked exciting, certainly from where I was standing. You add into that, for a good part of the game, Alan Wynne. There was an awful lot of creativity to find that goal. And I honestly thought Robin looked very bright and very sharp when he came in. Unfortunately, he wasn't able to change the course of the game, but listen, he's been a very unlucky character in the fact that Lebo has been so good, and flat out. He's been creative, Lebo, he's scored goals, and they're very, very similar players. And maybe this is his opportunity. Who knows? I mean, we'll see how I want to piece the group together for Wednesday. But I would think if we have a problem with Lebo, then Robin is a nice fit. If not, somebody that can come in and change the course of events at some point.
Having already played Atlanta twice, now finally going on the road to play them there, what are you looking forward to out of that one?
Well, this is our game in hand on most teams above us. Tampa, same points, but we've got a game in hand. We have New York coming into town at the weekend, but we can jump them with that. We've got 2 games in hand on them. But games in hand count for nothing unless you can convert them into points. So, as I said at the very start, we hold the key to that post-season at this point. And Wednesday night will be an instrumental evening. Now I would fully expect, and I know that their group can be interchangeable at any point, but we'll go there expecting their very strongest team to be out. They did it here, why wouldn't they do it there? So we'll be ready for that. I'll prepare for that. They have some extremely talented young players and some very good squad players that may well be in that side. It won't be easy, but I've not seen one yet that is. It's been a tough season.